Hello, and welcome to my spoken word channel. My name is Stephen Lackey, but like any other label, that name is simply a collection of letters that make sounds to convey meaning, a meaning which may have varying connotations for those who voice and or hear it. The spoken word is much the same, its effect ranging from dissonance to resonance, apathy to revulsion, sometimes even to the same person over time. I'll be reading some of my own work today, offering analysis of its meter, rhyme scheme, and content. If you find it appealing, heartening, or evocative, or even not worth remembering, please consider the aforementioned variability of response. Words, much the same as attitudes, friendships, and even the air we breathe, may teach us, transform us, or pass uninspiringly in this moment. But the next is yet to be defined. Herein are my copyrighted works, all rights reserved, but please forget the name and remember the message. Also feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today's piece is called The Beginning of Me. So often I feel childlike, playing games, building things, embodying an infectious, effusive wonderment. I don't know if I ever was a child, though. Part of me feels as if I were born an adult, though not reborn to complete a task. I don't believe in past lives, but what if one could begin with a head start? What if I came to be in the middle of me? My body feels old, but my mind is older by far than those years, and I've been ready to start over all along. Rehearsing, it seems, for my imminent recondite sabbatical at the beginning of me. This is a short free verse metaphysical conjecture regarding the difference between mental and physical age. I've always had a fascination with toys, puppetry, games, etc., and regarded them in ways that feel, well, out of place. Building one small thing out of the Lego bin was an impossibility. I'd spread my whole collection across the bedroom floor, where for days I would build complicated vehicles and weapons. My stuffed animals would be arranged on my bed when not in use. Later, I would practice puppeting them in mute yet emotive gestures where, if they were as alive as I could make them seem, were they at that point no longer toys but pets, or companions, or sentient entities? I would make simple board games overly challenging by looking for deeper strategies, but complicated, age-inappropriate puzzles were instantly and joyously enthralling. I've retained my love of toys, games, and fascination with novelty well into adulthood. As these may be passing interest for most others my calendar age, I don't suffer any compunction from whiling away the hours with them, if that time's passage is not at the expense of responsibilities. Owing to these and other factors, I've spent a great deal of time on my own. As I can't keep my mind from racing, generating scenarios, running simulations, envisioning their branching consequences, I feel as if I've lived so many lifetimes. But what if there were to be something metaphysical to consider within that? What if I started my brain before my body? An adult intellect with a child's emotionality? What if the kid in me is holding out for, wait, when do we get to be like a kid? This piece has a hopeful tone, an intentional veil to my ubiquitous discomfort, but what if I could reconcile the disparities with a reboot? I'm not speaking of anything drastic per se, but here I consider the possibility that being born a child, feeling and thinking as a child, is a symmetry that awaits me, perhaps in the next go-around. Thank you for joining me today. I hope it has been some mix of enlightening, entertaining, and thought-provoking, and if not, well, perhaps another time. You could have spent it any number of ways, but I sincerely appreciate that you've chosen to spend this time listening to phrases I have turned. I'd like to hear your thoughts as well. Drop a comment below regarding what your own or someone else's creative writing and/or spoken word has meant to you. Also, subscribe to my channel if you like. I'm not sure how often I'll be posting, but if you click the notification bell, you'll be among the first to know when I do. Please also consider this. With regard to making difficult choices or moving on, our fears may seem laughable to others, but that doesn't make them any less real to us. Sometimes a single step takes immeasurable courage, and no one else will ever see. Sometimes we must give ourselves the gift of realization that life will stop unless we move forward with it. Start today. Embody the strength. Find a voice. Be heard.